You want to introduce yourself?
Well, yeah, I mean, more so like introducing Bae. But yeah, I'm Riz. This is Tam. Stop! Come on.
What?
Introduce.
I'm Tam.
I'm a mud.
And we're each other.
Don't worry about it. What the intro is like on the YouTube videos. Shut up. Look at y'all. Okay, don't worry about it then. No introduction.
You're watching the Comedy Channel. Intro song?
Like in our bed in the morning.
Okay. Got it. I'll work on that. All right. So, y'all had questions, and I guess we got some answers. So, I know we might have some answers. We're about to see if we have answers today. All right. So, a while ago, we posted in our stories for y'all to ask us what might have been on your minds in regards to our poly relationship. And so, yes, we are a throuple, or whatever you want to call it. And, people be curious. So, first question, how long have y'all been together? And what's the best part about a poly relationship? How long has it been now? Since what, November?
November 11th.
So, 11/11. 11/11, I guess it was like official or whatever. We first met at the very beginning. I feel like it was like early November when we first all met.
November 3rd.
Yeah, November 3rd.
I'm never good with it.
But so yeah, since 11/11, however long that's been up until this point. What's the best part? Best part for me. I don't know, it feels like a family. Like, I feel like we already felt like a family, Riz and I, but it just feels more like a community. I don't know. Y'all be getting on my nerves sometimes, but...
Really?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like teamwork, like like a good team.
We make a good team. What about you, Pat? What's the best part of poly?
Having different energies.
Yeah.
Having like different perspectives. Having different people to learn from, but also having people that make me feel normal, if that makes sense. Like we all, have. I feel like we all align in a lot of ways. So even though it's like I learn a lot from y'all also make me feel like somebody else is like me. Somebody else has my heart.
Yeah, I get that. Okay, next question. Are y'all open to a fourth? LOL. That's funny. Because it was originally 4 of us. That's kind of how we started. It was 2 couples coming together, and it was pretty fun. It was pretty great till it wasn't. But yeah. I don't think that answered the question though. Yeah, it was kind of perfect. How as perfect as it be in the beginning stages and whatnot. But are we? No, not right now.
Yeah.
Not right now. Check
Not
back.
right now.
Check back in a few months or so.
Not right now.
Okay.
I feel like we still like
we're building.
Yeah. And we're still just kind of going back to what you were saying as far as like the different energies. We're still figuring out how to balance these energies.
Yeah.
We found a pretty good equilibrium with the three of us. So like we would want to kind of settle into that before we start.
And it don't just come with the territory.
Right.
Like, it don't just come like, okay, now we together. Okay, now we all, like, are attracted to each other. We have this strong connection. So, like, there's nothing to figure out. Hell no, it's still a lot to figure out. It's still a lot to learn about each other. It's still a lot to go through with each other. Like, yeah, so I feel like we're still in the early stages of those experiences. We're still learning each other's energies and
Yes to that. Somebody say, I just want to know everything. Looks like y'all got it going on to me. Happy and thriving.
Damn.
I mean, yeah, we got some stuff going on. We got it going on. I appreciate that. I feel like we are definitely happy and thriving.
Yeah.
And making it shape. All right, next one. This is the last. I didn't get as many questions as Riz did. Do y'all ever triple kiss?
What is it?
They say it's one of the main reasons I wanted to have a poly relationship.
I try to initiate triple kiss.
Really, babe?
Whatever. So do we each do the 6 of our lips ever meet at the same time? I don't know
with
about
the same
that.
amount
the
of
same
lips
force and intensity? No, not really. Not intentionally. No, it might have happened.
I feel like it's happened
before.
Yeah,
but yeah.
But do we like just kiss that way? I don't.
Not usually. No. That's my first time ever even hearing that
me
term.
Too.
Okay.
Triple kiss.
Somebody said, what made y'all want to do it? I don't know. I think we each have our individual reasons.
Yeah.
But
we
I think it kind of boils down to we at some point realized that like this is sort of how we wanted to relate, or like we could see ourselves with multiple partners, but we wanted to go about it in a fruitful way, in a building sort of way, and not a sneaky linking and got a roster type bullshit that we do when we're young and trifling.
I think our mindset was mutual. Like,
yeah.
I mean, your experience was, it kind of was on your own, right, babe?
What you mean?
Like, I feel like you deciding that you wanted to relate that way. Like, me and Tim were already together, and we talked about it, So, like, I feel, and we talked about trying it, and what that would look like for us, and I know. For me, I feel like initially my reason kind of stemmed from my experience of being cheated on in relationships, feeling, like this is something that keeps happening. And I didn't think it was about me necessarily. At that point, I didn't feel like it was a me thing. Like something must be wrong with me. But that paired with meeting Hasina, meeting someone who was actively in an open relationship and had been for years. Like that was my first time meeting somebody that even had that kind of relationship. And asking questions and like talking to her about it. And I remember specifically her saying monogamy is, you meeting one person and y'all connecting and y'all fall in love and you only have eyes for each other. And it's y'all two until the end, and when one of you go,
that's
then
it.
That's it. My person is gone. Like there's no one else. Like that's true monogamy. And I don't know, if that's what everyone sees it as, but to me that made a lot of sense because for most people that I know, when you get out of one relationship, you get into another one. So for me, that says in itself that we are capable of being attracted to more than one person. We're capable of connecting with more than one person, being intimate with more than one person. It's just like maybe somebody don't want to square that attention, like split that attention or that time or whatever between multiple people. Some people don't want to be, focused on with somebody else, like just focus on me, or I just, people, which often, be like, oh, I can get jealous. I'm territorial. Like,
I get too jealous.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't
too
do
jealous.
it. Like, like all of those things, but it's like we're not excluded from any of that.
Right.
Like it's a part of, it's just like learning how to communicate it and stuff. But that was my initial reasoning, and like talking to Tam about it, and I feel like you had like the opposite experience of me.
What you mean?
In regards to like, I was always getting cheated on.
Oh.
You were usually the one doing the cheating.
Okay, whoa. Where is this coming from? Wait a minute. Where you getting this from?
I feel like you said that before.
What? I'm probably doing the breaking up, but I'm not. Slow down now, girl.
I feel like you said that.
Yeah, they just feel like I just had so many holes and so many
You did.
area codes and all of this stuff. Nah, man. But it was something you said. Dang, you threw me out, girl. Shit. What was it? Oh, when you mentioned jealousy, I feel like, and this is of course something that I had to learn. We've all learned a lot when it comes to like all the different feelings involved, but I'm starting to realize like when people are asked like, could you be poly? And their response is, oh no, I get too jealous. I'm too jealous. I feel like what they're really saying, but not saying is, I haven't figured out how to deal with my jealousy.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how, they might have accepted the fact that I get jealous, but it's like we all kind of get jealous. Like we all have, we are liable to like to feel those feelings. But like, what do you do with it when you feel it? Do you just sit in it? Does it turn to anger and frustration and resentment, or do you process it and figure out why? Why do I get jealous? What is it that's making me jealous? But okay.
Am I insecure right now?
Right,
Am I feeling left out? Like really digging versus just condemning the other person and making them wrong. Like you're wrong because I feel jealous and I don't like this feeling. So what you're doing that's making me feel it is wrong. Mm-hmm. And it's like, that's not necessarily, it's true when you choose to be with one person.
Yeah.
That is true. Like now you're breaking the commitment, you're breaking the agreement. Mm-hmm. But yeah, somebody isn't wrong just because you feel jealous.
That part. Okay. Next one. Whose idea was it? Whose idea was it, I guess, to bring in a third? Or to bring in I don't really know how to answer that. It was all of our ideas. It was. I mean, it's mutual. Everything kind of has to be mutual, or else the shit not gonna work. Let's see. Some of these are coming from the same person. They say they want to know it all. Did the idea stem from wanting to have a child, but not wanting a random sperm donor? I think that's a good question, because that's definitely conversation like Riz and I have had. I feel like we've always kind of known that we've wanted to have children at some point, and obviously we can't create them ourselves, and we kind of decided that we wanted to go about it in a natural way, but as the question says, not necessarily just a guy and some sperm, and then it's just like a transaction type thing. Like we kind of came to the point where we really wanted a family, and we wanted to see like what that would look like.
Yeah. So. And I feel like that was a part of the conversation when we first talked about opening up our relationship. Mm-hmm. Like, because we talked about me and Sam talked about being open before we were engaged or after we were engaged?
Probably before.
Yeah, we talked about opening up our relationship like early on, kind of somewhere early on in our relationship. So I feel like that was one of those things that came up. Like, okay, what would an open relationship look like for us? Because we haven't always dated a third person.
Right.
It's been Tam has dated somebody, I've dated somebody that didn't even cross ties between the other person. You know, like this is our first time doing it this way.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah. So hope that answered our question. Before the poly relationship, what were y'all? Stud, femme, stem? We were a lady and a lady. I don't know. I'm just personally not really big on like gender branding and labels and stuff like that. I don't know what other people might consider me. At first glance, maybe a stud. What the fuck is a stem? I don't want to say. Is it like a feminine stud or something? I thought that was a femme. So what's a femme?
I think so.
Wait, is that one of the topics? Hold up. Is that one of the options? She gave us a multiple choice. Okay, so stud, femme, stem. Okay. I'm a stem like a plant on a like a rose. Yeah, that definitely makes me think of when people ask like, so which one is the man and which one is the woman? Like, we're both women. That's what we identify as. That's what we, you know. So yeah, another one. What has this new dynamic taught you about yourself?
Let me answer first.
What has this new dynamic taught you about yourself, baby?
Let me see.
You're shining like a diamond right now.
Yeah. Well, it taught me that how important teamwork is and working together is, and how important communicating is, and how it can benefit a relationship, and how things could work in our benefits.
Yes. Communication has been super important.
Very much.
Yeah. What about you, babe? What does this taught you about yourself?
It's taught me, it teaches me how to clearly and directly communicate. It gives me a lot of opportunities to do that. I don't always take them, but I feel like this kind of relationship gives me a lot of opportunities too. It teaches me all the work I still have left to do. It teaches me, like, it shows me what I'm capable of too. Like, how in control, how loosely, you know, in control I am and I can be of myself. Especially like when I think about people, you know, first response being like, oh, I get jealous, I can't do, you know, like, it shows me.
They don't know what to take.
Okay. That feel better?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay, booty.
No, I mean,
I'm going through.
I'll get it. I'll get into it.
Yeah.
What have I learned? I feel like I've learned a lot. Like she said, it's teaching me.
Yeah.
It's teaching me.
Yeah,
I am learning. I am a learning learner right now. But patience, patience and pace, tolerance. But yeah, just I embrace the challenges though. I mean, being with one person is already kind of comes with its challenges, and so like, even though adding a third or adding another person, it brings that abundance. You know, you get more laughs, you get more cuddles, you get more kisses, but you also get more of, you know, all of the other things that comes with it. And so, yeah, like I said, you gotta be up for the challenge.
Yeah.
But it's so much good. But that's with any healthy relationship though. Like, it's always worth it. Do y'all have a couples group chat where y'all call and text each other from all the time? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
But not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time. I feel like, I mean, shoot, we're around each other enough.
Yeah.
But of course, like when we're not all in the same space together, yeah, we definitely do use it. How do date nights go? Is it one-on-one, all together, or rotated? Also, who usually pays? Have we really had a date night, all three of us going out together yet?
I don't think so. I think
We be
they've
at the
all
house.
been like one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like going out, I feel like,
Yeah.
especially with me being at work.
The art thing didn't count as a date.
Are you talking about Dogwood?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we did.
I mean, that was kind of it was low key started for your birthday too, like going out and doing stuff, because that was leading up to your birthday. But yeah, of course, that could be a date. Dogwood Fest. I mean, that was free, so I think I bought us like a lemonade. Oh no, we got the noodles. Yeah. So I guess it rotates.
Yeah, it rotates. Dates aren't planned like that.
We be dating at the house.
Yeah. And it's
We at the
like,
crib.
yeah, nothing is like, there aren't like roles and expectations in regards to that. Like,
Yeah.
everybody like just chip in, everybody love on each other, everybody spoil on each other. Like, it's kind of like just all around.
Yeah. How do you manage / balance quality time with each other? I don't know. We just
You
do.
vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we just be chilling.
We all pretty much go at our own pace.
Yeah.
Like, we don't work traditional jobs, any of us, so we have a lot of free time.
Yeah, I think that definitely helps and makes a difference. Like she said, the fact that we don't necessarily work traditional 9-to-5 type jobs. So like our schedules
Allow us to spend a lot of time.
Yeah,
together.
like we get a lot of quality time in between stints where like I might be gone for days at a time, or Riz might be traveling, or like just
Today I'm going to be
okay. But yeah, like he say, we just be vibing. It just kind of
Am I pulling you?
works, I guess. Let's see. How do you deal with judgment or misunderstandings from others? We don't really. I mean, if people be judging, they don't. If people be judging, we don't hear it. Like it's not directly.
It's not direct.
Yeah, it's not directed to us to where we have to like deal with it or respond to it. But I don't think we really give a fuck.
Yeah.
We don't really care.
Yeah. And it's like too, like,
We're not really seeking understanding from anybody.
right. And I know this isn't a traditional way of relating, so it's like misunderstanding or people like just being so interested and intrigued and having a lot of questions like we're answering right now. Like to me, that's to be expected.
Right.
You know, I don't really care if somebody like, oh, well, I wouldn't do that, or like, oh, you know, because I'm not you and you're not me. And the disclaimer, which I forgot to give at the beginning, it's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody.
It's
right.
not for everybody.
And
Not for
that's
everybody.
definitely hardly ever what we're trying to promote. or endorse or advertise or anything like that. Like, it's, you know,
more than anything,
on.
I just be wanting to offer a different example of relationships. I feel like we lack examples of what different relationships look like. It's just a man and a woman and and this is what is expected. You know, you find somebody, you get married, and then it's a baby in a baby carriage, and like, you know,
then you get a house and you get a this.
It's not really other examples of ways to relate. You know, so more than anything, I just want to offer. This is a way.
An authentic way to, you know, relate.
Yeah.
With more than one. But yeah, like she said, it's not for everybody, and that's okay.
Right.
What's something people get wrong about poly relationships? I think people just feel like if you're in an open relationship, like, it's wide open and it's just like anything goes. But I have learned that, you know, it's like with any other relationship, there's boundaries, there's ground rules, there's, you know, things that we kind of are for and ain't for. But even with it being open, it's like, I don't know. There's still structure. Like, there's structure to it. It's not just like, hey, fucking everybody.
It's a free for all.
Yeah, it's not a free for all. I feel like that's when people hear poly, their mind just automatically goes to like
disrespect,
free for all. Yeah. Like, we just don't give a you know, it's whatever. But what else y'all think?
I feel like it's that much more intentional too. Like, I feel like that could be a thing. People like looking at it as you not committing, not committing, and to me, shoot, it's more. It's more. It's more of a commitment. Yeah, you gotta be very committed.
Yeah, that makes me think of one time we were at drill in one of my battles. Because even though I don't like announce, hey, y'all, I'm poly. But like, of course, when it does come up, or we talking about relationships or dating or whatever, people find out, they just be so intrigued. And he was like, well, why not just have a girl, like, you know, why not just date versus like, why get married if y'all gonna open it up and like be with other people? And it's like, for one, you know, we doing this how we want to do this. You know, like, and, you know, it is an agreement. I feel like I've used the word mutual several times, but like, it's a mutual agreement. So like she said, it's up to us whether or not we choose to commit even further to someone else, or, you know, something outside of what we have on our own. But, you know, we see the beauty in it of having more. How often do y'all check in emotionally?
Every day.
Yeah, that's a daily. That's a daily.
Several times a day.
Depending on the day, depending on the week. Hell yeah. Depending on the day we've had, the week we've had, yeah. But that's definitely a daily ritual for sure. How does conflict / jealousy with one partner affect the other? You okay? Y'all okay?
I'm sorry.
So they say, how does conflict and jealousy with one partner affect the other?
That's a good question.
It is a good question. I feel like in the beginning, jealousy was definitely more common. I say more, but like, I don't really get jealous no more. Like, I feel like, why are you making that face?
What? No, because here it is again. No, I just remember you saying that in the beginning. I don't get jealous.
No, I'm like, let me finish. Making faces. But no, I'm saying, like, in the beginning, as you could imagine, it's hard dealing with those feelings of seeing the person that you are madly in love with falling madly in love with somebody else, wanting their time, wanting their energy, wanting, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, on one side, I want that for her. Like, we want that for each other. We both want the same things, but we still feel stuff, you know? And so, like, now that it's been the three of us for as long, it just feels normal.
Yeah.
I don't, you know, it did bother me. You know, I did kind of feel away. I feel like we each had our individual feelings of, you know, jealousy or whatever, but now it's just us, you know?
It's all love, no.
Yeah, it's all love, it's all vibes, it's all care and cuddles and laughs and, you know, check-ins.
We all have our own, like, unique relationship. Because y'all silly. Y'all silly. Like, y'all be sharing, like, commonalities and interests that I don't share.
And I think I
just don't have.
I find that really cool because I feel like it's the same with y'all, and then it's the same with us, you know. So it all just kind of interlocks together, because of our different personalities, and so like because of our different personalities, like our relationship dynamics kind of like go with that, and so it's really funny. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it is.
It's fun to watch.
And I love seeing that for you too. Like it was kind of, especially like in the beginning, like, you know, when it's like that bonding stage in the beginning of like getting to know somebody and stuff, when you are just excited and want to see them and talk to them all the time and everything. And working as a flight attendant, like I would be away, so you would be able to like hang and chill. And I be trying not to get jealous, but I would be getting jealous.
And I really,
dang, you know, I'm not there. I'm missing out. I wanna.
Yeah, and I did feel bad about that because in the beginning we were always together. y'all want to come over here? We about to come over there. What we eating tonight? Blah blah blah. What y'all want to watch? And it's just like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But like when she would be gone, like I want to go over there by the bay. So like I would be over there, or if I'm gone for the weekend or drill or whatever, they all together. But like I said, now we just be thugging. Okay, last one. We gotta do this one. Somebody said she pegging that nigga.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I assume they talking about me.
I guess so.
I don't know. No, hell no. Like what? Oh no, not at all. I don't know. Maybe somewhere that's a thing, but not over here. Nah, no. That is a very odd question. Who asked you that, bro? I'm posting. That make me want to post. I know it was. Of course it was. Cause only a nigga would want to would ask that shit, bro. But okay, I think that's it. Okay. But if y'all have any more questions or drop them, DM us. I'll put all of our contact info and all of that stuff. But yeah, we enjoyed this.
We can introduce ourselves.
We can do that and put it in the beginning. Okay, let's do that then. Let's start this.